Life's a gamble, I roll dice. Bet against me, I roll twice. I done beat the odds my whole life. I said I'm ready for greatness.
Shit, Dave.
Welcome back to Autonomous Podcast. I am your host, producer, editor, one-man show, Damian Jackson. And today we're talking about the diddler. I can't believe I could not say that without laughing. So Sean Puffy Combs, Puffy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Papa Love, wherever the name he wants to go by, was arrested, indicted on federal charges. See, I got ChatGPT pulled up and got a web browser pulled up as well. Make sure I get this right. So Sean Diddy Combs has been indicted on multiple federal charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking. The indictment accuses him of leading a criminal enterprise. It's not funny, but it's funny. Involved in activities such as sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, interstate transportation for the purposes of prostitution, forced labor, and other serious crimes. These charges stem from a broader federal investigation that has been ongoing for months, blah, blah. So, in Los Angeles, I don't know exactly where he got it at. I do have the court document, though. Found the court document on X. I retweeted on X, so you follow me on X, you'll see it. Or, just go on X, search it, you'll find it. On the court documents, what is it? United States District Court, Southern District Court of New York. I knew it was going to be in New York. I knew it was going to be in New York. Now I think about it, a lot of federal cases happen in the Southern District in New York. Huh. You know what? I'll say that for another time and stuff. But some of the charges, like we were just saying, or like I was just saying, sex trafficking, racketeering. Racketeering is one of those things where any type of interstate commerce, business, illegal businesses, stuff like that, they always want to try to get you on, I think it's what they want to call RICO charges, right? Either way, racketeering, I'm pretty sure is what it is, right? I'll have to look it up to make sure. But none of this is a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. I will question the timing of it all. Trump's assassination just happened, or a second assassination attempt. They still miss. Okay, so Trump's second assassination attempt just happened. He's alive. That's great. Although, you can question whether or not it's staged or not. Hey, as long as we're questioning, right? Everybody's a conspiracy theorist at this moment. So that just happened. We had the debate, 7 days ago, right? 7 days ago. We're going into the election. If I'm not mistaken, I think some ballots have already been cast, pretty sure mail-in ballots, and I'm thinking absentee ballots have probably already started by now. I'm not too sure. So, is this one of those distractions? Will he actually go to prison? Oh, he's probably going to get something. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be hard to kind of walk away and not get something. My biggest thing about this, though, is who is going down with him? Who is going down with him? Because it doesn't matter what happens, who gets indicted. At some point, they start singing. At some point, they're like, fuck this. I'm not the only one. I'm not going down, because he's going to be reaching out to his contacts trying to figure out, who's going to help him, who's going to be there for him. Hey, especially if they're saying that he was running like some type of Epstein, blackmail racketeering market or something like that. Like, especially if he was doing something like that. If he got dirt on other people, those other people are going to be, in a sense, equivalent to him in kind of that, in the entertainment notoriety, the power and resources, or someone above him. Because anyone below him, fuck him, right? Like, let's be serious. So he probably has dirt on people equivalent to him, which would be his peers, and people above him. Clive Davis, right? Is pretty much mentor. Look it up. Look it up. As the music industry, in a sense, is tanking, If you haven't seen any reports on it lately, they have been going down because, well, nobody's necessarily buying music. Nobody's really streaming music. Mainstream music is what it's always been. Mass media. That's it. That's it. You try to have true and authentic artists and stuff like that, but they just want to sell records. Diddy, Diddler, he just want to sell records, right? And play with people's body parts and orifices. Oh, God. It's not funny. But it's funny. I laugh in trauma as a trauma response. Maybe that's what it is. Because, you got Cassie and all the victims and stuff in which he's had over the years. And I forget the person's name. I know a man came out recently with another lawsuit. So he has the indictments and a lawsuit. And all the civil lawsuits, now we're kind of getting into actual federal charges, prison time. It's unlikely he'll walk away without receiving some type of federal prison time. Would it be long? 18 months, something like that? 2 years, good behavior? Would it be something like that? Would it be years? Are we going to get a Epstein in the cell type of situation, in a suicide attempted suicide, or he kills himself? Because this would be interesting figuring out what he actually has as evidence. What will come out during the trial? What will get swept under the rug? Who has the money and resources to get out of this? No. Who has the connections? That's what it's about. The connections. Who is he tied to, and who are those people tied to, and how can they get their names out of this and not be involved in this? What witnesses will be called to the stand? Because the prosecution, if they want to, I'm going back as the mid-90s, right? I'm going back to the start of Bad Boys. I'm bringing all that up because you got to kind of piece it together anyways, and that's where the money was coming in at first. So, like I said, at what point does this attach to Clive Davis? Right? And other record executives that are in the background that most people don't know about, but they are, I don't want to necessarily call them the masterminds, but the originators, right? This whole music industry has been not necessarily a scheme, but in the sense of business, it's been business. It's been business. Do they have an ear for music? Yeah, you can say that. Do they have a passion for music? Yeah, you can say that as well. But do they care about money? Do they want to party? Do they want to do some things that, the average American or average person is not really into? Yeah. Now, what happens when people like that are used to getting the things that they want to get and then someone tells them no? Can they handle a no? Barely not, Diddler, because at times you can't handle it, right? If you haven't even been on social media and see some of the stuff lately, the things that have been coming out. I just was on TikTok earlier and seen a video in which I forgot about. It wasn't the same video, but I know it was the information I already seen before of, no on TikTok. It could have been the same video anyways. But it was about Neo, the singer-producer, being at Diddy parties. Then LeBron James said, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Hey, it's going to start coming up. You're going to start seeing the celebrities start separating themselves real quick. They're going to separate themselves real fucking quick because they're not trying to be attached to none of that, because these people live and die by their brands and they want their names to be so squeaky clean. And that's what they fuck up at, because none of us are perfect, right? And I said a bunch of shit over the years, the past 4 years that I've been on the internet podcasting, making content, making music, all types of shit. And I said a bunch of shit. I've been tweeting or been on Twitter and X and stuff for since 2012, I think. You can catch me on something. You can kiss my ass too. I ain't apologizing for shit. I said what I said. I said what I said. It is what it is. Yeah, I might apologize depending on how I feel. I doubt it. But, you never know. But people want to stick to a certain image. They're trying to craft a certain image. My image is, well, honesty, authenticity. I'm going to say shit that pisses you off. I'm going to say shit that you don't like and that you don't agree with. Hell, I'll go back and forth with you at times. You know how I feel. It is what it is, but at least you can respect it. A lot of these celebrities stuff, they hide who they truly are. They don't want you to know that. That's okay. But then when you find out the devious shit that they do, especially when we talk about sex trafficking, because then we get into underage participants. Excuse me. Wrong word. Underage victims. Underage victims. Right? Because by law, they're victims. I say participants because we all know 17, 18, 15, 16. We know there's some wild teens. Like, let's be serious. There's some wild teens. There's some wild teens that are out there doing shit that they are consciously aware of, and they still do it. You can say they lack of parenting. You can also say they ain't shit. I'm just going to be honest with you. Right? But from a legal standpoint, we're going to call them victims. So he knew what he was doing. He had Justin Bieber at a young age stay at his fucking house. Have you seen that video of how awkward Bieber looks standing next to him? Go down that rabbit hole. See how you want to come back up from that motherfucker, because that's something. Usher. Right? Same thing. Got him at a young age. So there's already a track record of this. But all the people that's been around in the industry, all the people that's been associated to him, who have not distanced themselves from him, Jay-Z, Nas, hey, you really got to start asking questions, because now it's a federal court case. Now there's charges. We'll see going forward if it goes to trial, or it has to go to trial. I mean, prosecution weak as fuck if they don't have to go to trial or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to go to trial, right? That makes sense, right? It has to go to trial. I mean, unless he pleads guilty to something. But what? Plead guilty what? To what? What's a lesser crime? What? Racketeering? What? You gonna take his money? They already confiscated his money anyways. And then, do you trust the legal side of it? Do you trust the court system? People will get out of this unscathed. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. Like I said earlier, people who have the resources, the power, and the connection, they're gonna be able to keep their names out of this. LeBron James will probably be one of them. Now, whether he actually has anything to do with it, we'll probably never know. Until years pass after he's retired, probably till like he's like 50, 60 something. Because if you notice, that's when they try to get these people. When they're, in a sense, past their prime, are no longer in the spotlight, no longer in the position in which they're drawing a lot of attention and a lot of money, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, let's get them now. It's kind of how the government actually works as well, too, because on the grander stage, what? We're not going to indict anyone, and we're not going to say anything bad about them until they're dead. And no charges can be brought against them. To me, this looks like the reason why these charges are being brought against Diddy, the diddler. For the most part, he's being thrown on the bus. He's being thrown on the bus. Sacrificial lamb, you want to call it that. For the connections to other people that are like, yeah, fuck them. We're done with them. You become a liability because these people don't have loyalty. They're loyal to the principle of attaining money and doing the things that they want to do. But the second you mess with that or you fuck that up, well, they're going to cut you loose. Kind of like your family and friends, right? It's the same concept. It's the same concept. So I really want to know how this will play out. But here's the problem with it. if we focus so much on this, well, then we're being distracted from the election. We're being distracted from the war that they got going on. We're being distracted from the BRICS payment system that they got going on and stuff that they've been building up for the past 5, 6, 7 years. That they keep trying to act like, oh, it's not a big deal. They're moving away from the dollar. As an American citizen, that's kind of a pretty big fucking deal, right? Pretty huge, pretty important. You got the cost of inflation going up and stuff, or you got inflation going up, the cost and prices of things going up. Meanwhile, the value of the dollar is going down and it's not being used as much in international trade. You don't think that's an issue? You think Kamala Harris gonna solve that? Well, you think not Biden? I forget he's even president or is whatever the fuck he is. You think Trump's gonna solve that? Another conversation though. But Diddler and these Diddy parties, are they connected to? What is it? Is it Michael Rubin and his parties? Why do these motherfuckers want to dress up in all white and then have these exclusive, elusive parties? Y'all don't think, I don't know, this is kind of odd? We can't just be like, oh, that's Hollywood, they're just being weird. They're also committing crimes. Let you not pay your taxes a couple years and then try to do your tax again. Tax evasion, like, right, they're going to try to put you away for that. Let you do a couple things, they're going to try to put you away for that. Meanwhile, sex trafficking and racketeering, how long has this been going on? And he's been able to get away with it? It just seems like those people, that the circle that he was involved in, they cut him loose. And they say, hey, swim. You'll figure it out. Or you won't. Let's see. It says for decades. So I'm reading just a quick overview from the document. I love it. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, PD. I don't think I ever heard PD before. And Love. I can hear 50 Cent go off. 50 Cent about to just have a field day with this shit, man. I wonder how they're going to stream Tupac's murder into all this, too. Like, you can go so many ways. So much information can come out of all this. It just sucks that they do this shit intentionally decades down the line. This should have been done a long ass time ago. There was a reason why Mace left. There's a reason why he was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. He still talks about it now to an extent. He's like, yeah, no, nah, I'm good. It is what it is. Let's see. Okay, the Love, aka Love, the defendant abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on the employees' resources and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise. But there's Rico, right? Right, there's Rico, ain't it? Criminal enterprise whose members and associates engage. So the people below him going down, right? The people below him are going to go down. And they're going to turn on him, right? They're going to turn state evidence. They're going to turn on him instantly. I just want to know if anyone above him will try to, I doubt it. Unless they got something on them. Who will actually take the stand? Who's actually going to take the stand? I want to see Cassie up there. I want to see all the women that's been coming out in these civil lawsuits. I want to see them on the fucking stand. To deviate from this a little bit, I want to see them on the fucking stand. Get their ass up there. They want to tell their story. They want to be in the press. They want to be in a civil lawsuit. Now's your time to put his ass away. Now is your time to put him in federal prison, to actually get criminal charges brought up against him. Will what they're saying in their civil lawsuits affect him? To an extent, yes, because it shows behavior, it shows history, it shows precedence. I wonder, you can argue that those still lawsuits help contribute this, but it just feels like there's things behind the scenes that we don't know about. And that's what bothers me the most. The lack of transparency in just the United States government, the court system, the legal justice system, all of it. The lack of transparency. And yeah, you can get a court document, you can read it and stuff, but you can see some evidence. They can withhold evidence. They can do all types of stuff. A lot of people are going to be affected, and they're going to hide in the shadows. To get back to what some of the court documents are saying, though. So create a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson. Goddamn, arson. I heard something about setting up fires and blowing up a car or vehicle and stuff. This motherfucker is wild, bro. Hold on. The movie for this shit is gonna be fucking insane. It's gonna look like complete fucking fiction. You're gonna think that they are exaggerating in the fucking movie, but it's gonna just be factual. Hell, probably worse. The truth of all this is probably 10 times worse than what we will actually find out. Bribery, obstruction of justice. It says the defendant operated his business headquarters at various times in Manhattan and Los Angeles on a variety, blah, blah. This is just pretty much the first couple of pages I'm looking at. It says at times relevant to this indictment, Sean Combs, the defendant, engaged in a persistent, persuasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. Women, why'd you say people? I hate when they try to play on your emotions. Oh, he's messing with women. If he's messing with men too, like it's fucked up regardless. Men, women, doesn't matter. It's fucked up, period. It's fucked up, period. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. As part of his pattern of abuse, Combs manipulated women. There we go. The women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. Wait, hold on. I gotta wrap my head around that. Okay. So he coerced the women to have sex with him, also with male sex workers, commercial. Prostitution is illegal, correct? But they weren't coerced. The women were coerced. They were just paid. But with the women, you know what? The wording of it is odd because I know it's trying to set up that the state is trying to set up that, hey, or the federal government rather, is trying to set up that they're all victims. They're all victims. Well, the women are victims rather. Some of the men are victims, but then some of the men are sex workers. But then would he also have had women that are sex workers as well? Yeah, you know, we'll just let it play out. We'll just let it play out. At times, Combs and others acting at his direction made arrangements for women and commercial sex work. She said it again. Women and commercial sex workers. But it's not. Could that not be the same thing? I get what they're trying to do in the document. I get how they're trying to state in this stuff. But see, just think about it. You as a juror, if you're sitting there listening to that and stuff, or you're reading the document, you're seeing this stuff, and you're supposed to make a decision on it, you're going to be like, well, who's a victim and who is getting paid doing an illegal crime? Right? We know there's victims. We know he's doing things to other people and whatnot. We got that. The sex trafficking. So if it's commercial sex workers, is it still sex trafficking? Because it is, isn't it? And it isn't. Hell, goddamn, I'm acting like I'm one of his fucking lawyers or something like that. Like, but see, I guess all this gonna come out. He's gonna get something, but that's what I'm talking about. He's gonna get something, but if their case and their evidence isn't nicely put together, which of course it would be to some degree, but I don't want to see this shit play out and then he gets like, lesser charge or something like that. Like I said, end up just getting some racketeering shit. Right? It's really going to come down. I'm sure the witnesses are going to come out and stuff, whatever, but they all say they're going to take the stand, or not to say they all say, but so those are going to say that they're going to take the stand that have already spoken with the prosecution and things like that. They're going to take the stand, but then they can back out. Right? They can back out and be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing this. Someone can apply outside pressure. Somebody can get paid off. The trial itself is a fucking movie, right? The trial itself is going to be a fucking movie, man. Oh, man. I wonder what they played on C-SPAN or something like that. Okay, so Combs in short, commercial sex workers to fly to Combs' location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers. So now he's talking controlling their careers. So now we're getting to the good part where we're talking about the women that was on Bad Boy label. The women that was on Bad Boy's label. I want to kind of look this up real quick. Because Danity Kane, I'm thinking them, right? Email group on Bad Boy. For the video version of the podcast is up on Spotify. So let's see. Because now you guys start to think about it. I'll hide my face. We don't need to see it right now. Because you go, okay, so 112. What do they know, right? What has came out over the years that they might know about? God damn, I didn't realize how many people were signed to Bad Boy over the years. Wait a minute. I see him. I don't even remember who that is. Adonis? Andrea? B5. Oh, shit. I forgot about them. B5. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about them. And these are just ones signed to Bad Boy. We're not even talking about the ones associated. And I forget who the parent company of Bad Boy Records. I had to look it up separately. I don't think it says it on here. I forgot Bad Boy. When the fuck was he signed to Bad Boy? I forgot Bow Wow was signed to Bad Boy. As one of the youngest artists signed to the label, this rapper turned actor quickly, blah, blah, blah. Got Cassie. Craig Mack, D. Dot. The band. So the band, I'm sure some of them got some things. I mean, hell, we watched the Cheesecake episode, right? that Cheesecake episode let you know exactly who the fuck Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddler. We know what type of motherfucker he was after that cheesecake episode. Go give us some cheesecake. We know what type of person he was. My dumb ass, I'm looking at the camera, I completely forgot. It hit my face. But we know what type of person he is, man. I keep trying to move around, figure out how I want it. All right. Danny Kane, day 26. He's been signing a lot of people. Dream. That's the other one I was thinking about. And I love Dream. I think they were out when I was when I was in my teens. You telling me none of them got nothing to say? You telling me none of them? I haven't looked too much into it, so I'm pretty sure. I think a press conference was going on right about the time I started recording, anyways, too. So, it was probably my only episode on this until something else major breaks in this case or leading up to the trial. But I'll make some videos. If anything, I know I'll be posting on social media. Make sure you follow me on my social media. Just search Damian Jackson, TikTok, Instagram, X, YouTube. I'm there. But yeah, Dream, definitely, man. I know they got something to say. Fabulous, Faith Evans, of course they do. Trying to think of the other female groups that were on here. Casey Shirt. Hey, some of these people I didn't even know. Wait a minute, no. When was Little John signed a Bad Boy? You know what? I'm starting to question. When I seen that was Ranker anyway, I'm like, should I even look it up on here? Mario Waynes, Mark Curry. Melissa Schumann. She looks familiar from something. Actually, looks like one of the girls in Dream. I ain't no Rick Ross associated with Bad Boy either. And you got Total. So, all the different artists over the years and stuff. All the different artists over the years that have been signed to Bad Boy. All of them. You're telling me none of them seen nothing wild at the parties? At all those people that have been signed to Bad Boy over the years, all you need is less than 1% to just have that wild story. Be like, oh yeah, we seen these girls come in out of nowhere. Oh yeah, we seen the drugs. We were trying to figure out where it came from. How many people would just say something? And one person saying something is one thing. Then another, and then another, and then another. Then it's all started to add up. Now, I'm pretty sure the prosecution has a list of witnesses that will take the stand, as I was mentioning earlier, that are ready and prepared to say something. Yeah. Diddler about to be Diddy. Like he playing Black Ops 6. Oh, God. Diddler about to be Diddy like in Black Ops 6. Oh my God. That's what's about to happen, man. Hey, you put that energy out into the world, into the universe, that energy at some point, it will come back to you because you're telling the universe, this is what you want. This is what you want. They already got the video and stuff. Remember, we all seen the video of him kicking or punching and whatever he was doing to Cassie and dragging her and stuff like that. That's gonna be turned over and stuff. Like, they got a case going. Like I said, you can say that to some degree, to some extent, those lawsuits help gather some evidence for this. But they had to have something that was more, I want to say, recent and concrete. Because some of those lawsuits go back decades as far as certain incidents. And when it comes to criminal charges, stuff like that, it's hard to bring up charges on those things because the statute of limitations, depending on where it's taking place at and stuff like that. But racketeering, sex trafficking, you can get them on these charges stuff, and then you can use those lawsuits and everything else to help build your case and kind of drive home the point of, look, this person has a precedence, a history and behavior of doing this type of illegal activities and having this type of behavior. I'm going to say it again, though. Diddy is not the worst. There's still people, groups that are out there worse than him. Diddy, Epstein is just who we know of, that they're letting us know. Because people like that, they don't come out of nowhere and they didn't just take power or attain some power that was available to be taken. I want to kind of pull it out real quick. I don't even think I'll be able to find anything. Clive Davis Association to Diddy. I did not think I'll be able to pull that up. Diddy and Clive Davis were once lovers, Suge Knight alleges. And there's go, I mean, is he the most credible source? Fuck no. But it's out there, right? It's out there. It's out there. Let's see. Suge Knight's prison pot. Wait a minute. I was thinking, like, wait a minute. He's in prison anyway. He has a pot. Wait a minute. You know what? I've been seeing people on TikTok, inmates, not people. I've been seeing inmates on TikTok live streaming. Hell, I don't watch motherfuckers play basketball. I don't watch them play basketball and live stream on TikTok and stuff, whatever. And I've seen the women go crazy over him too, or go crazy over these people in prison, these men in prison rather, as well. To let you know what type of mental case they all got going on. But Suge Knight has a podcast while he's in prison. America, right? So Suge Knight's prison podcast, I can't even say that shit without laughing, has already brought about countless shocking claims, including a recent unexpected allegation about Diddy and Clive Davis in a new episode of Collect Call with Suge Knight. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for that. Collect Call with Suge Knight. I was not prepared for that. You're not prepared for it. We weren't prepared for this. It's this type of information. Collect Call with Suge Knight. The former Death Row boss recalled Jimmy Iovine making a bombshell revelation during a meeting at Interscope. Apparently, he wasn't supposed to hear the explosive news, but decided to share it with him anyway. We in the office, in the Westwood Interscope office. Night began. I walked in Jimmy's office. I didn't have to knock on the door. We was having a conversation and he overheard somebody say something he probably shouldn't have heard. Can I hear the audio? I think I got it set up right. I should be able to. Let me make sure. I think I have it set up where it'll play out the audio. Oh, I didn't. All right, now we're good. We should be good now. So I should be able to play it out. If not, it sucks. It was something I'll fix. moving forward.
I'm Dave Mays, and this is Collect Call with Suge Knight. What you're about to hear are conversations, raw and uncut, with the legendary founder of Death Row Records. He's currently serving a 28-year sentence in California State Prison. His honesty, vulnerability, and current state of mind will all be heard in this ground.
I want to hear.
I don't care if it's one person or only 10 people. I'd rather have 10 people and only have 20 people listening to me than have. He said, "Look, I'm gonna write a song for you." Yeah, we talked to him. He was like,
If I see something I don't want,
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have a certain part or whatever of it, but that's. Hey, if you want to check that out, I just gave him a free promo. Anybody? If you want to listen to it, listen to it. Collect Call. But yeah, so that's one person saying it. That's one person saying it. You can say, what does he have to lose? He's already in prison. So it's not like it's going to lessen his sentence or anything by saying that type of information. I mean, you give him attention. It does obviously get more views and draws more attention towards his podcast and things that whatever else he's trying to do. But yeah, I'm here because, continue on what he was saying. He said, I'm here because Clyde Davis told me that him and Puffy's real tight and, lovers. So I thought he was talking like they got love for each other. I'm like, all right. He said, nah, they are lovers. He continued, and I'm like, why do you keep saying that? And I said, are they lovers like fucking and sucking? And he said, I don't want to say that, but that's what that means, right? Knight's claims are unconfirmed, but this is far from the first time Diddy's been accused of having a romantic relationship with a fellow male celebrity. It's not the first time, and things like this are going to start to come out. And it has already been out there, but not in the mainstream media format, which is being pushed out to the masses. If you want to look into this stuff, the information has been there for, 2024? At least since the early 2000s. No, I would say at least 2010. At least 2010. Because I was always on the internet looking at some stuff like this and looking into the kind of dark side of the music industry. Obviously, being an artist myself and stuff, I always wanted to kind of be involved in making music, but I didn't want to be nowhere near the industry. I really just waited until I had the time and stuff, but also the means and resources to make my music and create my art in my own bedroom, because I'm not trying to be a part of none of the industry. For you young ones out there that want to be in the industry, you see what happens. Murder, sex, drugs, crimes, prison, right? Sometimes in that order, right? Like, you see what you get involved in and stuff. And you see the road that it's all going down. It's not healthy. It's not good. It's not too much positive. Will you make some money? Yes. Will you lose a lot of money? Yes. Will you get some notoriety? Yes. Will you become famous? Yes. Will you become infamous? Yes. Like, you see that you have the light, but that dark is there as well. And that darkness can be overwhelming and take over that light. So let it be a lesson for the younger ones, the generations going, because it's something I tell my kids. So, hey, you want to be out there, you want to do anything like that as you get older and stuff, just be mindful of it, because you have the internet. You can do the things that you want to do from the comfort of your home. You don't have to be involved with all these people, and you ain't got to go to these motherfucking parties, bro. Don't go to these fucking parties. Don't go to these fucking parties. What? Oh, it's networking? Sex working? it's sex working. It's next thing you know, you in a fucking Connex box somewhere, shipped across overseas and shit. and turn into a fucking product. That's pretty much what it is. You don't go to these parties. I seen somewhere it's like Denzel told somebody, "Oh, don't stay past midnight or something like that. That's when all the bad stuff happens. You know, you can go before. Man, fuck it. You got the internet. Use AI. Use the different technologies for resources and tools and stuff. Or if you're gonna associate or you want to network, you're gonna do some things with people. Make sure you have a personal relationship to them and you know some of their dark secret stuff, because even you being attached to this and you have nothing to do with it, they're going to throw your name out there, and now you're going to have to clear your name up. There's going to be a lot of, as I was mentioning before, there's going to be a lot of celebrities whose names are going to come up. Like I said, LeBron James, things like that, where they're going to have to distance themselves from the association. Or ain't no party like a Diddy party. He's going to have to explain what he meant by that. I'm out, man. Until next time.
Life's a gamble, I roll dice. Bet against me, I roll twice. I done beat the odds my whole life. I said I'm ready for
Talking
greatness.
shit, dang.